Make it sound like I purchased a lot of junk over the year. I bought way too much stuff over the years. Cameras, lenses, colognes, even random junk off Craigslist. Some of it's gold and some of it's been trashed. And the real question is chasing random gear without knowing what it's gonna be like worth the risk? We're here to find out, baby. If you keep watching this channel, you'll never have to guess again. I'll give you the hot takes that no one else will touch. Straight up, no sponsors, no scripts, no fluff. I review everything. Cameras, lenses, colognes, SD cards, cat toys, cats, animals, don't buy a dog, trucks, Ford Raptor limited edition trucks for my nephew, drones, China drones, DJI spying on your neighbor's China drones, DJI communist, DJI Chi-Comp China communist spying on your neighbor drones, government, military, CIA, FBI drones, and random stuff that probably shouldn't even be reviewed. So hit subscribe. I'm risking my wallet so you don't have to. So welcome to the channel. This is probably one of the first kind of YouTube videos you've seen of this kind, of this caliber. You know, we got the AI tracking gimbal on a rig that is kind of slanted. Production value you've never seen before in another YouTube video. First video I'm ever doing, and pretty much what the point of this channel is going to be is reviewing products, reviewing tech products, and things of such. Some of the things aren't tech, like this is a hand strengthener, but we'll get to that later. But for example, let's start with this microphone that I'm currently recording the video on. It's a Hollyland Lark M2. It's a wonderful microphone for creators, for short film creators. And, you know, like, honestly, it's great for documentary filmmakers too. I've made some cool documentaries that have appeared on a YouTube channel that has since been taken down. Long story there, but we can get into it. It's a 10-minute long video. I responded negatively to medium criticism on one of my videos, and I believe the guy went and reported some of my videos as spam, and then my channel has since been taken off of YouTube. I almost had 1,000 subs, so I was almost monetized. So guys, hit the subscribe button so I can start making that cha-ching. But this microphone honestly is incredible. I don't want to pull this one out because then it'll start receiving audio and the channels will get all screwed up. It's a whole thing. But that's the first thing. Hollyland Lark M2. If you wait even more time, you'll become out of date. You know, you got to update your products every once in a while because, you know, as we all know, as time passes, your products get less valuable. That's not really true. I really think that what these tech companies probably are doing is they bot post after about a year of their items being out on the market, and they say, oh, look, this item that you paid $2,500 for is now worth $1,000. You need to update your product so your clients know that you're making the best use of their budget on this video project. It's like no one can ever tell unless it's like a Canon C100 or if it's like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera OG. But still, those cameras are great still. The colors look great. If you don't overexpose, like I'm overexposing the lamps right now, it's fine. I mean, it'll look fine. You know, it's a Sony camera with 15 stops of dynamic range. I mean, 13 to 15. Who really knows? The Blackmagic Pocket 6K has better dynamic range than this. I've tested in all of the formats. But RAW, yeah, RAW for sure outperforms this. RAW is better dynamic range. But Hollyland mic, wonderful mic. Paired with the Blackmagic. It's kind of bulky, but, you know, I always recommend Sony products only, baby, for the cameras. I have a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K G2. pretty good camera. I mean, I had it for 2 years. It's just bulky as hell and not the longest battery life, and it doesn't have autofocus. This has autofocus, and it's incredible. We love it. We love it. Next up, we have the Gucci Guilty. I'm gonna try and not spray this on the mic. I've had this for like 7 years and I haven't run out. It's not like it's like Hermione's bag of goodies. It's not like it's just like, obviously it's not like it goes forever, but I mean, I use this for special occasions and we're about halfway through the bottle. Gucci Guilty Black. I've dropped this thing. I've thrown it at my cat. You know, the works. I've done everything with that bottle and it does not break. Next up, we have the JBL Charge 4. As you see, it has these gross paint smears on it. I didn't just get this sent to me by JBL like a lot of you tech influencers out there. And I'm not promoting these products. Like, I mean, I could promote my eBay and my Facebook Marketplace listings, but I'm going to do that. Instead of the affiliated links, I'm going to put my Facebook Marketplace link in the videos to sell off that shit. And that's the way I monetize the channel until I get to 1,000 subs. You know, with inflation these days, who knows? By the time I get to 1,000, they might require me to have 2,000 subscribers to make money. Oh, yay, YouTube. You're my hero. But JBL Charge 4, great. It's not paint proof. It doesn't work too well with latex. Not a lot of people like latex. But yeah, I mean, this is a great performing speaker. The difference between this and the JBL Charge 3 is, so I've had both of them and I was using both of them for mixing and mastering. I was kind of an idiot. I didn't have mixing or mastering headphones at the time, but I was using this for mixing and mastering on my MacBook Pro 2019 8 gig, which isn't that good for music creation because the fan's really loud. But this one, when there's not enough of a gain, it goes quiet. And something about the drivers in this, it goes quiet. And I think it's losing my face, so I gotta take my hat off. It keeps swinging back and forth. That's one issue with the gimbal here, my man, DJI. But yeah, when it gets too quiet, it like stops making noise. So you just need to have constant noise or else it cuts out for like half a second. It's really weird. JBL Charge 3 never had that issue, but this has that issue. And I don't know what the deal is. I don't listen to music on my JBL Charge 4 as much as I did on my Charge 3 because now I have a car and I have more money and I can buy earbuds. Next up, we have, don't be confused by the lens cap, the 35mm APS-C Super 35 MEIKE. I don't know how to say that. Lens from Mechanism. Mikey. It's a pretty good lens. I've put it on my full frame camera and it performs pretty well. We have a visitor from a little man in a tuxedo. And while we're talking about it, I'm gonna review his item. Ollie. So this is my wonderful cat. And he's very picky, surprisingly. I mean, yeah, surprisingly my cat's picky. He likes this thing. And this is the only toy that I've purchased for him that he actually likes, because it actually feels like a mouse and it's something that he can chew up and like chew the heart out of. and he kills this thing. Like I've had like 9 of these. He kills them and then he eats the little treat inside, and then he tosses it away, and then goes back to eating crispy grasshoppers that he leaves on the floor. I just cleaned the floor, and I found a couple of them. But yeah, he's a good cat. He's a good actor too. He wakes me up every morning at 3 a.m. He's like, I need chicken. And then we get out there, and then turns out he just wanted me to wake up. He just wanted to know that I was alive. He's a very concerned citizen in the house. He's a very good roommate, kind of. Okay, Ollie, get out of here, buddy. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't jump up and bump the camera over. Okay, next up, you distracted me. Next up, we got the GoPro Hero 4. And this is a camera with fairly good performance. Hopefully the cat doesn't keep freaking out, but this is a camera with fairly good performance. What I'll say is, when you're taking this particular camera apart, if you don't know how to take the lens off, you're gonna have some issues. I took the lens off, and in the process, I disconnected the logic board from the camera, or some little wire that makes it so I can view what's going on the logic board on the screen. It does not work anymore, but the camera itself works. So I can use it as like a trash cam. It is a trash cam, but I can use it as a crash cam, at 2.7K or whatever it is, and it performs rather well. I think I paid $40 for it, and yeah, I mean, for all I know, the screen didn't work prior, but I'm going off of the assumption that I'm the one that broke it. I have some faith in the people of Holiday, Utah. The seller, Connor, you will not be forgotten. I've saved your profile information. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, now that we're speaking of clenching our fists and getting angry, this this grip strength trainer, the Fit Beast Awaken Power, it's one of the best hand workouts I've ever given myself. It's awesome. I'm gonna get a close up of this. It's great. I like this a lot. Sorry about the squeaky chair. I need to buy like the PewDiePie chair. But this is great. This is great. The reason why the PewDiePie chair isn't good for this scenario is because I have the screen right here, and I won't be able to watch, Jason cutting some teenager apart with the PewDiePie chair. With this, I can lower it or put it on the ground. With PewDiePie chair, it's like takes up like just a lot of space. But yeah, this is a great grip strength trainer, and I like it a lot. So moving on, this lens, I need to sell this stuff. This is all stuff that I need to sell. And I typically don't ever know where it is. I typically lose it. That's why you need the tile card or the AirTag. Hopefully my cat doesn't jump up here. He's looking at me like, is that a toy? Is that one of the toys you didn't buy me? One of the things that I can tear up? Whenever he grabs something, he grabs it like it's a grasshopper, and he like shakes it, like breaks its spine. It's crazy. He's a little devil, psychopath, Ollie. But which is better, AirTag or the tile card? The tile card is cool because it fits in the wallet, and when my wallet was stolen right out of my car on a nice street in the middle of Holiday, Utah. Look it up. It's a nice area code. I was bumming it at my parents for one night. This is my humble abode, but I was staying at my parents for one night. And yeah, this was in the car in the front seat. And go catch a grasshopper. This was in the front seat with my wallet. Took the wallet. He took a camera, the T3i, priceless camera. It had a fisheye lens on it. That obviously is more expensive than that camera, given the age and everything. Plus an SD card that, you know, is priceless in and of itself because I didn't have anything downloaded. And then like a bunch of gift cards and like a bunch of other stuff. That was in the wallet, like $1,000 in gift cards, like unbelievable, like really crazy. Call the police, they don't do anything. They never do anything. It's really frustrating. And the criminals just kind of get away with anything they want in this country. But so they took it, and I tracked him. You know, it wasn't live tracking. This thing does not do live tracking. That's one thing I will say about the Tile. They maybe update every 15 or like 20 minutes. This thing gives you a live update, and you never have to recharge them. From what I understand. From what I understand, you don't have to recharge these. I don't know how that works. Maybe there's a little mechanism that shakes and it recharges the battery. I don't know how the AirTag works. AirTag is much better. This is only better because of the shape. If Apple makes something like the AirTag that makes it so you can put it on the outside of the wallet and it looks really clean, I'll buy that. But AirTag's better. Sorry, this died, and the guy realized what it was. He was intelligent enough to break into my car without the alarm going off and find the tracker. He's like a bank robber. He's like a Joker in the opening of Dark Knight. Like, they know which ones were the marked bills, and they left him in the bank. Like, fuck you, Lieutenant Gordon. Fuck you. Fuck you, Lieutenant Gordon. And yeah. Grade A druggy homeless man found the tracker. So -5, +5 for Apple, +5 for Gryffindor. Whatever. I don't know. But, and okay, this is another camera. Now, you wouldn't think this is a camera, but I don't have my phone. If I had my phone, I'd be able to show you. I'll show with a little view on the side of the screen. But what you do is you turn this on, and it has a light. You can see that that's a light. And it connects via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to your phone, and you can have a live view of this very small camera. You put it in your ear. It works pretty well at cleaning your ears, except the camera screen is constantly changing to be level. And the reason why that's frustrating is because when you're trying to use this, when you're trying to use something you can't really see, you're wanting this to be like at the bottom of the screen, even if it rotates and everything. So that's one thing I'd like them to fix. Again, this is like a $6 item. It's $6 from Amazon. So this is the one thing that I will put in the affiliate links at the bottom of the screen. is this. I don't have a cold. I cough after talking for a long time. And it's a cool light. You know, if someone breaks in the house, like the tweaker homeless man that broke into my house, can use this to try and see where he is. It provides very little light. But yeah, this is a great tool. And what I was going to say is it makes it so you don't have to buy one of those probe lenses. I don't know what you're using a probe lens for, but most people use a probe lens to like put it on a dolly or a track, and then you pull back, and then it has a very cool effect. You use it for products, and you don't use it to advertise the DJI. Instead, what DJI does, enough with that product. That's a good $6 product. what DJI does is they advertise the thing flying around with every new product. And then they take the most perfect exposure video possible, and then they have like a professional cinematographer do all the operating, and they show you footage from the thing for like 5 seconds, and they say, this has 16 plus stops of dynamic range and way good color, and it has the Bosendorf Hasselblad. It's the Hasselblad. Bosendorf is a piano. Hasselblad camera, and the sensor is it's 5 inches, and it's not a 5-inch gimbal head, but it's a 5-inch sensor. And these things, they go 90 miles an hour, but they only show you the thing being graceful. And this is all I need. The DJI Air 3 is a wonderful drone. I fly it in the canyon all the time. The Rangers don't want you doing that, but it's a great camera. I have 2 batteries, and that's all I need. The batteries are pricey, but I mean, they buy it from some lithium ion mining company for $2, and then they sell it to you for $150. That's how capitalism works, baby. But and are those miners getting paid well? No. Am I going to complain about it and mention it? Yeah, it sucks. But yeah, this is a great thing. It's a tad big, but I will say the 4K camera on this is incredible. It's really loud. So I would say if you want to avoid people giving you the evil eye, so to speak, kind of just launch this when you think no one is around. The Air 3S, as far as I'm aware, is this. It's like the same camera. Oh, I lost the tracker for a second. It's like the same camera as the Air 3S, and oh geez, the propeller must have hit something. That's comforting. I have to fix that. Glad I looked at that. I never look at this closely, so it's good I'm looking at this thing closely. This, by the way, is like $15 on Amazon. I love it. I got it to do this call-in show, and I just thought it would be going kind of in the background while these girls, they're usually girls, and this was before my channel was taken down. Girls, talking about their ex, saying his full name, all these details about him, and then they say, I just had the worst time with it, whatever. But I bought that to have as like a little decoration for the call-in show. And yeah, I mean, I got 2 episodes in, and then they banned the channel, so that's fun. Okay, this is the legendary Dune lens, the Helios 44-2. It's a 58 millimeter lens. I like it. What I don't like about it is that the color contrast isn't that great. It captures the image, and it's very hazy. And with the new application that you can connect to DaVinci Resolve Lens Node, I don't see the point in this lens anymore. So I'm honestly maybe just going to sell it. Lens Node is a thing where you can shoot everything clean with like the Sigma 18-35 or something like that. Then you can change all of the elements of the image after the fact. You can use like a depth mapping application. It has AI or something. I don't really know what AI is, because this tracker has AI, but it's not implementing ChatGPT in the gimbal. So I don't know what it is. I don't think it's AI is my point. One thing I want to say is I'm never gonna re-review anything on this channel. So all the shit, I need to make sure my cat's around. My cat's not around. All the shit I'm reviewing is just stuff around my house. But I do have a lot of tech, so that's why I'm doing this channel. This is a good lens. This is a good piece of tech. It's made in China. At least they're saying it, DJI, you can market yourself as the next Apple all you want, but you know what? We know you're not the next Apple. Even though you both make your stuff in China, you're not an American company. You can have the DJI there all you want. Is this still connected? I hope this is still recording. You can have the American lettering there all you want, but we know where you make these drones. And we know who you pay. We know who's on your payroll. But this is a very good nose trimmer. It works really well. It's like $10 by Zorami. It's pretty good. It's probably more than $10 now. I mean, I bought everything a while ago. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, good lens here. Great with the speed booster. I like the speed booster because what it does is it widens the field of view on this, and it makes it so there's a little bit of vignetting, not a ton, but it makes it so this depth of field is crazy. I've filmed my cat with it, and it's very cool. But yeah, I'm just looking through this lens, and there's just hairs and so much dust on the lens. It's just obviously not a well-maintained lens. But again, this is like a 1950s Soviet lens. They were using these as grenade cartridges in that time. So you can't expect the best out of the Helios line, especially when you're buying them today. But the Iron Glass company that's refitting all of those lenses, I think they do a pretty good job. This podcast mic by Rode. This is just a set piece, but it sounds pretty good. I recorded some dialogue with it, and I like it. Or it was a monologue. It's like a voiceover. Yeah, this connects to nothing. It just goes into the desk, and then it doesn't get recorded is the point. But it sounds pretty good. I like it. I need to repaint this desk. Coin ring. This is my last random thing I'm going to talk about, but this is a coin ring. What they do is they punch a hole in the middle of a Soviet coin. I have a lot of things from the Soviet Union. No, I have no connection to Russia. I don't speak Russian. I have Russian language books in my house because my grandpa spoke Russian. And he gave me the Russian books because he's like, you should learn Russian. And I'm like, I don't know. It's a hard language. It's like Pig Latin. It's very nasally, and I don't know how to speak it. But yeah, this is a fun ring. They poke a hole in the coin, and then they put it on a series of pieces of metal, and then he bangs it out, and then he sands it down, and then you wear it as a ring. And I wear it on my pointer finger. This is an essential oil. I'm not going to review the essential oil. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a cardamom. That's the weirdest fucking name I've ever seen. This is the ND filter by K&F Concept. That goes on this lens. This is the 28 to 70 millimeter contemporary 2.8 Sigma full frame E-mount lens. Wow, I have such a good memory. But this is a very good ND filter. There's a little bit of a color shift. It makes everything kind of green, gives it kind of a greenish tint, and it puts more gray in the image than I'd like. But that's something that you just kind of have to compensate for. So therefore you need to, I think, add a little blue to the image. I think you go in the blue direction when you're changing the white balance, but make sure you're locking in the correct white balance. You don't want things looking too yellow because then they know it's like a Sony camera. Like there's something weird about when you're watching a video and they used an ND filter on it that was kind of cheap. This is like $25 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if you know what I mean. Money. I'll get like $1 if you buy it. But yeah, the KNF Concept ND filters, they give you a color shift, and people just kind of know the deal. They're like, oh, you didn't shoot in RAW. Oh, I can tell it's a Sony camera. Oh, it's cheap. Make sure you lock in the white balance. Just when you put the ND on, point it at something white, and then you can kind of shift the colors from there. But just kind of have that white balance mode saved in the camera. Okay, I'm not going to do any video editing on this. Very little. This is another KNF Concept ND filter. As far as I'm aware, this ND filter doesn't work. I thought the gimbal was gonna go crazy. Ugh. So this goes on here. And it's for a big lens. But he's back. The bastard's back. But yeah, this goes on here. And it really softens the image, which is kind of disappointing. But this is a very good lens as well. This is the 50 to 100 f.8 f1.8 82 millimeter lens. Okay, so the ring that you put the lens filter on is 82 millimeters, and it's a big boy. This is like about as heavy as like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, so it's a big boy. It's heavy, but it's nice. The autofocus works really well with my E-mount cameras. I like it. I've always liked it. I've used it for 2 interviews and some wildlife stuff, and it's sharp, and it matches well with the Sigma 18 to 35 because these are like siblings, which is so weird to say. I'm gonna set this over here. We reviewed it. Oh, before I forget, this lens. Now that we're talking about zoom lenses, this is the 80 to 240. I don't like this lens. I'll tell you why. It's about as heavy as this, but you get nowhere near as good a quality out of it. Again, this is an old vintage lens, but it's not parafocal. So when you zoom in, it doesn't keep the same focus. That's one thing that really bothers me. Like the focus changes drastically. And yeah, it's just like a weird lens. The mount sucks too. When it's sitting on the camera, it's very like... Of course, these weren't made when they had like very accurate like metal cutting machinery. So, I mean, when you put this on, of course, it's going to be maybe a little bit shaky, especially when you're using like a Japanese sun zoom lens on like a Canon mount. Of course, it's going to be a bit different, but yeah, I don't recommend using vintage lenses. You're going to get very poor performance out of them, and most of the time, people are selling them for way over what you should be paying. The amount of vintage lenses I've purchased that just suck. I think I've purchased 4 that just like were unusable in most settings. But yeah, that's my review of the Sunzoom 80 to 240. It's like Sunzoom. And then they just translated it like the American dealer was like Sunzoom. And they're like, Sunzoom? But yeah, I'm making funny noises and my cat's freaking out. This is a fun little truck from the grocery store, but I'm just gonna hide that. Right, we're not gonna review that. The 40 times zoom JVC Averio camcorder. It's not touchscreen, but it's a great camera. I really like it a lot. I honestly haven't figured out how to extract, wait, trying to see the audio level. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. I just can't see it. It's like hidden right now. But I'm trying to extract the video from this, and I really can't figure out how to. But yeah, this goes in 200x zoom, and I must say, JVC had it down for image stabilization, even as you're zooming in. It compensates. It knows, oh, we're at 4x zoom. Okay, we need to stabilize it this much. Oh, we're at 24x zoom. Okay, we need to stabilize this much. The autofocus is incredible on this. I'm blown away. It's like black magic. How are you so behind in autofocus that we're just now kind of getting a little taste of autofocus in the center meter, like center of the screen, the center of the sensor? How are we just getting it? Like when you step outside of it, you know, you lose focus. But this camera's great. I got it from a reseller for like $60. I like it a lot. I like this a lot. I'm zooming in on my face, and hopefully I can get this. It just died on me. I've never had it die on me, so that's great. Great camera, full HD. That's like a fun little vintage thing to see. Now we got 8K, and you can zoom into your YouTuber's pores. This is filming on 4K, 35 millimeter sensor. It's great. Okay, what do we have here? What else do we have? Oh, is that a GoPro with a parafocal CCD lens? Look at this. This is crazy. So hopefully I can get this situated. Fuck. Okay, I'm just gonna show you a video of it later. The GoPro Hero 6 has pretty dang good performance. You can fine tune all of the video specs you want, and I just need to cut this out. It looks kind of awkward. Of course, this is bigger than any of my other camera rigs, but it's a fun one. It's a fun one. Adding the parafocal 8 to like 100 millimeter zoom lens, it's going to be a fun little camera it'll feel really just like a CCD camera, and I'm really excited about that. And I'll just be able to hold it like this, and it looks just so cool. That's the zoom mechanism. It's so fun. I'm not selling this, by the way. I'm never selling this. It's a fun little rig that I just need to finish. And here's the sad GoPro Hero 4 that we started with. Upgrade your GoPros. We don't want to see choppy 480p video with bad audio. Enough of that. Okay. End of the video. Hope you liked it. I enjoy doing this thing. I enjoy, messing around and, all that. It's fun. It's a great time making videos, and I hopefully can make this into a pretty good edit for y'all. Have a good one. Stay safe. Enjoy your holiday.